What up, though? Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Notoriously Opinionated with the subtitle of Unfiltered. That's right. Unfiltered has taken the place of Relationship Reality Check. The show will now be called the sub show within the show will now be called Unfiltered, right? And I like Unfiltered, right? I like Unfiltered for a few different reasons. It Unfiltered blends in with Notoriously Opinionated because I'm giving unfiltered opinions and unfiltered advice about relationships. Now keep this in mind. It is the relationship that you have with yourself. There's a lot of different relationships. The relationship that you have with yourself, the relationship you have with the creator, the relationship that you have with your family, the relationship that you have with your friends, the relationship that you have with your significant other. All these are relationships, right? And all these relationships will be talked about on Unfiltered. The truth and real talk about relationships. That's what this show was about. All right. So I had said that I was going to introduce like some, because I'm steadily brainstorming. Like this show is under constant course correction until I figure it out. Like until I hit that right note, the show is going to be under constant course correction. And no, course correction is not just what Tariq and them was doing in Power. Like there's more than one course correct, right? That's kind of where they got it from. You know what I'm saying? They got a course correct for real means course correct for real means to take something, right, and make adjustments to it until you get it the way that you want it. That's really what course correct is. So it's like, gotta find some way to put this down. All right. So course correct, you're going straight. You realize that there's a ginormous hole in the middle of the street. So you have to correct your course. You have to course correct. And you correct your course until you get to a place to where you can safely get to the other side of this hole down this street and go about your business, and you keep trying to figure it out until you figure it out. So that's what the show is. And that's why it went from relationship reality check to Unfiltered. It just fits better to me, right? Appreciate everybody that tapped in and everybody that voted on Unfiltered. Your votes did not go unheeded, like your government could do. I just pay attention. All right, so first off, on Notoriously Opinionated, there's something else that I wanted to add to NO, and my homeboy may have just made up my mind for me, right? So he calls me right before I'm about to go on, and when I say right before, I mean like 2 minutes. He called me at like 7:58, but he lives in another state, and so I gave him some grace on the fact that he didn't consider time zones. However, there's a segment that I said I was going to add to the show called, man, let me call one of my guys, right? And that whole part is like, I was just going to randomly call one of my guys and ask them anywhere from 1 to 3 questions and just see how well they know me, right? And I was going to even make it multiple choice, just in case there was, like a lot of times them damn multiple choice questions is harder than the questions you got to pull out of thin air, So I said I was gonna try that. So man, let me call my guys. Let me call this fool. Let's see. I'm gonna see how well this works. This is not being tried yet.
Hello.
What's up, boy?
What up?
Hey, man. You are now officially, unofficially on the show, right? But it's a segment called "Man, Let Me Call One of My Guys," right? Fuck is you laughing at, Ninja? Fuck is you laughing at? It's called "Man, Let Me Call One of My Guys." Now, the whole point of this segment of the show is now how long we been friends? Hey man, this is an hour-long show. I ain't got time. 96, 97, somewhere around there. Now, it had to be like, 96, 97, somewhere around there. All right, so you do you feel like you know me pretty well? You don't sound sure of yourself. So we about to find out. All right, I'm gonna ask you a random question about me. I'm gonna ask you two of them, right? And if you get both of them right, I'll ask you a third bonus question that's gonna be harder than the first two. All right.
All right.
It's gonna be multiple choice, right? All right. Number one. What is my favorite color? Blue, orange, or black?
Blue.
Black.
Man, you ain't never told me you like orange. I guess so. I guess orange would be your favorite color. I just have to really contemplate that. Orange would be it.
Yeah. If you think about it.
Right, I had to contemplate it. Yeah, orange is your favorite color.
All right. You get the second question. You might not make it to the bonus round. All right. At what age did I start boxing? 10, 12, or 15?
At what age? You ain't never discussed what age you start boxing.
Negro. You don't know what age I started boxing?
Nah, we ain't never talked about you boxing.
Take a guess.
You said 10, 12, or 15?
Yeah.
12.
Yep.
Because at 15, you was already running in the streets, and at 12, you was still hanging out with other guys.
Man, at 12 hours off the porch. At 10, I was running away. Me and He-Man was out. All right, man. You
took silver golden gloves or silver mittens or something?
Nah, I was silver mittens. I was boxing at Don Bosco way back in the day. I don't even think you know what Don Bosco is.
You ain't never even told me about that shit. You just told me about all the people you beat up. You didn't say that, hey, I had an illustrious start to my career.
Well, I didn't just learn how to fight out of thin air.
Shit, I learned how to fight out of thin air. Motherfuckers beating me up. I got to, hey, hold on, help with my bam, hold on.
Yeah, see, again, like, if I've never told you what my fight method is, it's like my fight method is real simple. You know what I'm saying? It's incredibly easy. Like, I'm gonna hit the other person, and I'm not gonna let the other person hit me. Like,
that's very good method.
That is a winning strategy. Swear to God. Like, Like when I first learned how to box, man, I didn't get to throw a punch for like over a month. Like it was all defense.
Shit, that's really what it's about. Not letting the motherfucker get you. Shit.
That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was taught. It was like it don't make no difference if you can knock the other person out if you get knocked out first because you didn't block what they threw. So you're gonna learn how to defend the punch before you learn how to throw one. So that's just how it was.
Yeah, that's the shit I drilled in my kids. Keep your guard up. Shit. Now whenever any they mama swing at them, they be putting their guard up and shit. Like I can't do it with your mama, but that's what they try to do. They put their guard up automatically.
Nah, real talk. It's about that defense. All right, so I'm about to get in this relationship shit. Clearly you don't know me. You didn't make it to the bonus round, so better luck next time I gotta call one of my guys.
I feel terrible that I couldn't come through for you in the clutch.
Well, I mean, we do have nice parting gifts for you. You did, but until next time, this has been man. Let me call my guys. Yeah, I will holler at you later on. All right, one. All right, so that was funny. I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. All right, so again, like I said, course correction. Just getting into what's gonna make this show really pop. But it got to be like give it info. You know what I'm saying? Like this show is I have to want to do the show before I keep doing the show because I'm just not gonna keep doing something that I'm not having no fun doing. And if I'm not having no fun doing it no more, I will walk away. Right. So I have to have fun doing it. But again, at the same time, show is for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to have fun watching. All right. So here's what I need to know. Like, what is the what is the building block? What are the building blocks of a good relationship? So that's what I'm really hitting on tonight. That's what this whole show is eventually going to round itself and be about. What are the building blocks of a relationship? All right. And again, I'm not yes, I am talking about a relationship that you have with your significant other. I'm just not only talking about the relationship that you have with your significant other. Right? So I believe, matter of fact, tap in on this. Do you believe, or rather, which one of these two phrases do you believe or most resonates more readily with you? If you take care of me, I'll take care of you. Or I'm going to take care of me for you if you take care of you for me. Now trip on that, right? I need you to take care of me. I need you to take care of my heart. I need you to take care of my spirit. I need you to provide my peace. I need you to be my peace, right? Versus, I'm going to be my own peace, and then I'm going to bring peace to you. I don't need you to be my peace. I need to be my peace. I need to be able to go inside of myself and be my own peace. Then I'll be able to bring peace to you, right? Therein lies the difference between I need you to take care of me versus I'm going to take care of me for you. You just take care of you for me. That is me feeding you an ever evolving betterment of myself. right? So if I'm cool right now when we meet, and I'm cool when we get together, and it gets to a point to where you feel like you need to take care of me, right? And I allow you to do that, that might be groovy for a moment, right? That might be groovy for a moment. But what happens when you keep pouring into me, you keep pouring into me, you keep pouring into me, and then you go to pour into me one day and you realize that you have nothing because you've been pouring into me, right? And I've been drinking, like, I've been guzzling, like, yeah, you know. But what if I keep guzzling because I'm empty? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you I'm cool. And I'm telling you, ladies, PSA, we do that. We do that. Like, you got to know your man to know when he says, I'm fine, I'm good, and when he's really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I better turn this thing off now. Uh, so, um, you got to know when your man is really good and when he's really just not wanting to worry you, right? Therein lies the difference. Here's another segment that I want to include, right? It's called I seen, read, and or heard something interesting today. Uh, so there's a brother in the Nation of Islam, Nuri Muhammad. I don't know if he is actually relation to Elijah Muhammad or not, but his name is Nuri Muhammad. I heard this brother tell a story, very interesting to me, and it fit the narrative of what you really want the foundation. Remember that key word, the foundation of your relationship to be. It's what you want the foundation of your relationship to be. Peep the story. And I hope I don't mangle it too much. But the brother said he told a story about it was an ancient Mali story. Mali, home, ancestral home of Mansa Musa. Uh, so he tells a story about a couple that was in ancient Mali, right? And within the story was this Mali woman had long, luxurious hair, beautiful, luxurious hair, and she goes to her husband one day and says, "I need this comb. It's a fairly expensive comb for us, but I need it to make sure that my hair stays nice. You know, I'm trying to keep my hair looking nice so I feel good about myself and I look good for you. But it's an expensive comb." The husband says, I'm not gonna be able to do it because I broke my watch today. And um I need to get my watch fixed, so I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm sorry. Right. So he goes to the watch, to the whatever the watch fixer is called. I'm not what was it? Whoever fixes timepieces. He went to that dude and says, "How much would it be to fix my watch?" And then he thought about it. He was like, "No, on second thought, what would you give me for the watch? I want to sell it. What would you give me for the watch?" They work out a price. He gets the money from selling the watch, goes and buys the comb that his wife wanted. He goes home. He's very excited, right? He's so happy that he's able to do this for her. He's like, "Wife, sweetheart, love of my life, come here. I want to talk to you. She comes in. When she walks in the room, she's cut all of her hair off. And he's like, what are you doing? Why did you do that? She said, well, uh, I knew that we really didn't have the money to buy the comb that I needed. And so I cut all my hair off and sold it and got the money to buy you this watch. That's what's needed, you know. So uh that was uh a the bit I mean that was a relationship that's built from a strong foundation, you know. That is definitely a relationship built on a strong foundation. I was thinking today, it was earlier today, it something hit me, and it was on a whole another tip, but it translates. There's certain truths that just translate, and it don't matter the topic. Now, overall, I can't stand GI Joe because it was a recruitment tool for especially young young minority kids to join the armed forces, and you didn't have to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Make everybody the great American hero, and we young and impressionable, and so everybody wanted to go sign up for the army or the Army Rangers or SEAL Team Six or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because of Snake Eyes and all these GI Joe characters. Be that what it was. There was something that I got from it one time. So it was two Cobra agents, and it was one of them that had a flamethrower, and he was teaching this other cat how to use his flamethrower. And he was like, "I know how to use a flamethrower," and he starts flaming, or he starts flame throwing the stuff at the top. And he was like, "You don't know what you're doing," and he took it. It's like, you don't burn stuff at the top if you want maximum damage. You start at the bottom, at the foundation. He said, destroy the foundation, and the rest comes tumbling down. That's true across the board. There's nothing really that can withstand for very long a weak foundation. If something has a weak foundation, whether that something is a pile of rubble, uh, a house, a relationship, a family, community, a nation, a race, if you destroy the foundation, the rest comes tumbling down, right? So, that being the case, what happens when the linchpin, the foundation of a family goes away? Whether that linchpin, whether that foundation is a grandmother, grandfather, father, mother, son, daughter, uh, however the branches of your family tree work. What if they go away? And they are the foundation of the family. The family, for all intents and purposes, goes to shit. It just does, you know, because the linchpin. And if you don't know what a linchpin is, it's just a pin. It's, you know, it got a little circular deal at the end, but it's just a pin that you stick in something to keep two things together. So it's this with a circle, this with a circle. You put the linchpin in, and it holds these two other things that are much bigger than it together. But if you take the linchpin out, it falls. If you destroy the foundation, the rest comes tumbling down. If you do not have a strong foundation to your relationship, how long before it crumbles? So I seen another video. Actually, I seen it today. Uh the Nuri Muhammad video, I saw it. some time ago, and I'm really just now remembering to bring it up. But I saw the Nuri Muhammad video some time ago. I saw this video I'm about to tell you about. I saw it today, and at the end of me telling you about this video, it's gonna be another public service announcement to women. So in this video, it was a little brother. He goes around and he breaks up relationships. Is really what he does, because either the dude or the girl been cheating, and he'll have the dude and the girl swap phones, and sometimes the girl been getting, sometimes the girl's living foul, sometimes the dude is living foul, hell, sometimes they both living foul, and in that case, no harm, no foul. Anyway, so but in this particular instance, there was no physical dude that he was interviewing. It was 3 chicks, and all 3 of them attractive women, right? One of them had a boyfriend. Her 2 friends were single. Her best friend's little cute light skinned girl, she was her bestie, but she also acknowledged that the other girl, cute brown skinned girl, was also really, really close to her, but that this one, if I just had to choose, this was closer. Okay, bet. So he puts the 2 single girls on one side and the girl in the relationship with the boyfriend on the other side, and asked the 2 single ones, did they think that her boyfriend was attractive? One said, yeah, I think he kind of attractive. The other was like, nah, I don't think he attractive at all. He asked, well, do either one of y'all have his phone number? And the one that said she didn't think he was attractive at all had his phone number, and the girlfriend's like, well, how do you have his phone number? And she was like, well, we all went to school together, y'all went to college together. So that means that they're between roughly 22, 23 years old. And so buddy's like, call him, just call him and mess with him, right? So she calls him, and he picks up the phone, and she was like, hey, I'm here with our other girlfriend, whatever that girl's name was, and we were just wondering, like, what you doing? Because we trying to come over and have a threesome. And he was like, what? And he was like, for real? And she was like, yeah, we just trying to get in. And he was like, you know what? That would be perfect. He was like, all right, go on, pull up. She was like, all right, we're going to pull up, right? So, public service announcement. Women, ladies, stop trying to test your man. Stop trying to get your man a test that is against his DNA to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes against his DNA to win that one. You know what I'm saying? At 22, man, you said, ladies, you set yourself up. A 22, 23, 24, 20, whatever old dude is not. And these 2 girls were cute, So you talking about allowing them to call him, and look, men are faithful for, I'm gonna go with, there's a few reasons why men are faithful, but I think there's like 3 of the top reasons why men are faithful. Men are faithful because, number one, it's a choice. Let's start right there. It is a choice for men. I'm not saying it's not a choice for women too, but I'm talking about especially for men. It is a choice for us to be faithful. It's a choice. A very conscious one, right? When we are faithful, it is a very conscious choice. Remember that. Number 2, we are more prone to be faithful if our woman is giving us what we need, right? And not taking away from us what we need. You see what I'm saying? So give us what we need and don't take away what we need, right? I've heard people say, uh, keep keep your man's belly full, his balls empty, and his heart light. I can agree with that. I can agree with all three of them. But to break it down that simply, if that's all he needs, you got a simple ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need more than that. You know, that's that's a cool little, that's not even a base. That's an addition. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't don't minimalize us to just sex. Don't minimalize us to just, if you feed us. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the same way it can be used, say, okay, well, I'm gonna keep his balls empty. Well, don't try to use sex as a weapon if you upset with us neither. You know that don't work. That's counterproductive. Uh, so give us what we need. Don't take away what we need. Right? All that all that energetic vampirism that a lot of y'all do, stop it. Right? Just stop it. So, and then you have to uh, allow your man to just be. You know, we have to be allowed to be and be at peace, right? And we can't be at peace if uh now we love being needed. We absolutely do. We don't like the needy, if that makes any sense. We love being needed, we just don't like the needy. You know what I'm saying? Let us come to you, you know. Just let us come to you. And we will. That's the cold part about it. Like, we will. Like, if we really love you, I don't care how long you think, because really it's just long to you, and that just goes into the whole, um do us as humans actually see reality, or do we see our reality, right? And there's a difference between seeing reality and seeing our reality, right? And unfortunately, a lot of times women see their own reality and not necessarily reality as it is. Like, it's their truth, not the truth, right? Uh, we got a tendency of doing it too. I'm not saying that we don't. It's just most men function in rationality. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't never win arguments. A man can't win a debate about something that happened to save his life. It's just not gonna happen. You know, I had 3,000 arguments. I am 0 and 3,000. Really? So, um, those are some of the things. Now, foundation, right? That story is a really good example of a relationship that has a good foundation. You cannot make a good foundation from sex. You cannot. You know, if the foundation of your relationship is sex, if the foundation of your relationship is how good she looks or how good he looks, if the foundation of the relationship is how much money he has or how good the sex is of hers, if the foundation of your relationship is based on something you can see and or feel, it's probably not a good foundation. The things that you need to base your relationship on are the things that you need to base your life on. Like, if you was a piece of shit when you was single, you gonna take that same piece of shit ass mentality into this relationship, right? Now, that's not to say that you will remain a piece of shit in this relationship, because there's a lot of women that will see something in us that we don't see in ourselves. And that is the magic of women, right? A woman can pull something out of a man that he didn't even know was there, right? She has that power. She has that magic to spark something within you, give you that drive, you know what I'm saying? Give you that I want to go get it, not just for me, but for her too. Women can do that for you, right? And then you got the vampires that'll come and just, and not in a good way, but suck all of the energy out of you. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing is, matter of fact, it was Nuri Muhammad that said that too. Man, that brother got some. I've heard a lot of things that brother said. You know what I'm saying? He got some. He got some jewels, right? He also said the most important decision that you will ever make, and I agree with this. I agree. The most important decision you will ever make in your life is who you choose to spend your life with. I completely agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because who you decide to spend your life with will begin to shape your life. You know? And it's no different with your woman or your man, women, you know, as it is with your friends, right? Who you allow to be in your world and who you call your friend will begin eventually to shape your life. If you are friends with a bunch of idiots and nitwits, guess what you gonna start acting like? Guess what traits you gonna start to portray? Nitwittism and idiocy. Trust that. So, and I've said on this show before, if you look at your circle of friends and you're not inspired, you got the wrong circle of friends. If your friends don't inspire you to betterment, if your friends don't inspire you to greatness, you might need to trade them in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not even saying they got to be doing like fantastic in life, but they have to have a winning mindset. Why would you want to consistently be around someone who has a loser's mentality? Why would you want to be around anybody with a defeatist mentality? That doesn't work in the relationships that you have with your friends. That type of relationship is not something that's going to last within your significant other and yourself, right? If your significant other is always woe is me and down in the dumps, and no matter how up you are and you pour all your up into her down, they liable not to come all the way up like you want it, because it's a conscious decision to be down like that, right? And then you poured everything into them and now you're empty, which goes back to, I'ma be a better me for you. I just need you to be a better you for me, right? Because if I'm evolving, and I'm 10 times the dude that I was, and you 10 times the woman that you were, right? And then we bring both of these incredible beings together, man, listen, about to take over the world. Trust, about to take over the whole world. You know, we are about to, I used to say this all the time, we're going to grab the world, flip it upside down, and shake everything out of its pockets that it owes us. shake everything out the world's pockets, you know. So, but that's what happens when you establish that good foundation, right? And then there's the other side when you don't have a solid foundation, which is why you always hearing about toxic relationships. This relationship is toxic. That relationship is toxic. Well, why is it toxic? You know what I'm saying? It takes toxins to make toxicity. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you're not the one that's bringing the toxicity to the relationship. And a lot of times, it's not just one person. It's not. Even if one or the other person believes that they are right, they are being done wrong, they are being misused, you still probably 30% of the blame. I mean, I'm not, you know what? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to necessarily say 30% of the blame, but you could do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could really do better. You know, you're you're not you're not part of the solution. That's for damn sure. You know, because there's only so long that you know uh you will allow yourself to be in that type of toxic relationship before it wears on you. And so if you sticking around in a toxic relationship, you might be, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm going back to that. You probably are part of the blame. You know, you're yeah, you are. You're part of the blame because you're not being part of the solution. So yeah, you are. All right. Now, part of uh part of building a relationship from a good foundation, right? We got to go back to the very first relationships that we had because they translate and they transfer. You know what I'm saying? It's like benefits at your job. You know what I'm saying? It's going to keep rolling over, you know. So if you've had trauma in your childhood with your family and you have unmet needs from the trauma that you suffered in your childhood with your family, you don't think that you're bringing all of that trauma to each and every relationship that you in. So tap in, especially the ladies. Tap in if you but only tap in if you're gonna tell the truth. Um, if you keep finding yourself either breaking up with or getting broke up with your guy for the same damn reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, this goes for men and women, right? There comes a time if 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 your man, ladies, keeps breaking up with you for the same reasons, right? Different dudes, same reason. Fellas, if your girl keeps leaving you for the same reason, same you, different women, and they just keep leaving you for the same reason, there has to come a time where you might have to think, it might be me. It might be me. What is like? What is? But that's another thing about that was that's these are one. This is one of the foundational things that you have to have in your relationship. That is a fundamental foundational piece. Proper and clear communication. Oh my God, you just don't understand how important that is. You know what I'm saying? Time out. Pause. Let me back up. I left the word out. Truthful, unfiltered, clear communication. If it's not honest, like uh you can have the husband or the boyfriend answer. You know what I'm saying? And just keep telling your girl the boyfriend answer, keep telling your wife the husband answer, and they'll be happy, but they ain't never got the truth. You know, they've never gotten the truth. So you have to have them unfiltered conversations and and know that you are in a safe enough space to where you can be vulnerable and do that. But that's a problem for men with our women, because if we not vulnerable and we just hard all day, every day, if we just hard just every day, like that shit's exhausting. You know what I'm saying? To be hard all day, do you know what the fuck we got to go through on a daily basis? Like, just going out into the world, do you realize what we got to go through every day? And if we got to come home, we still got to be hard. That's taxing. You know what I'm saying? That's taxing on a man's mind. That's taxing on a man's heart. That's taxing. And when I say taxing on his heart, I mean that like literally. Like, no, not. I mean that physically. Like the thing that's beating in our chest, like it's taxing on our heart. That's why so many black men dying at 62, 65, 67. Heart disease. That's part of the reason why, right? Not the whole reason, but it contributes. It is a contributing factor, right? So we can't be hard, no, because we can be. We shouldn't be. Check that. We shouldn't feel like we need to be hard all damn day just to prove our masculinity. You know what I'm saying? That's not healthy. That's toxic on our part. For us to just like Cat Williams said, man, you mad at breakfast? You mad at breakfast, my breakfast? You mad at bacon? You know what I'm saying? You mad at toast? Like, you only been conscious for a couple of minutes and you already mad? Come on, man. That's front. Ain't nobody like listen. I've never professed to be the toughest, the hardest, the most thorough. I ain't never professed to be that dude. You know what I'm saying? I can take care of myself. I can. I have. I can take care of myself. Um, uh, there's uh, there's no there is no synonym within me that could correlate to bitch. There's no synonym. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm not the most thorough, I'm not the toughest motherfucker in the world, there's no synonym in me that correlates to bitch in no way, shape, form, or fashion. And so that being the case, I understand that I gotta turn it down sometimes, and I have to be able to have a space. And by I mean men need that space to where, because if we can't be comfortable not being hard in front of our woman, who the fuck else do we got? You know what I'm saying? Like, who else do we got? You know, do we have to go to our mothers just to be calm, just to not have to be hard all the damn time? Is that who we got to go to? You know, that goes with having a sound foundation. That goes with being honest with the fact. That goes being honest enough with your woman to say, hey, I need to have this safe space because I need to be able to talk to you unfiltered. I need to be able to talk to you without you being upset with me about what I said to you that didn't have nothing to do with you. You know, I just need a safe space to be able to talk and be vulnerable. Ladies, public service announcement. If we try that a few times and it becomes unsuccessful, you for real only got 2 times. You for real only got 2 times to make us feel like we can't speak safely. We can't be vulnerable around you. We have to be a bitch if we cry around you. You only got, like, for real, you got one. But for real, we'll give you two. After that second one, if we're made to feel like that, that's trauma. You know what I'm saying? That's trauma. You dig? Like, and it's not like a video game. Like, you can't just hit reset and you get all your lives back. Fuck no. That's not how it works. You know, we need at least a year or two out of you. We need to be able to see that you not pump faking, because look, one of my long standing phrases is this, like, uh I believe that a woman can hire crazy for at least anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. You know, so if you go 2 years and you acting, you's a bad boy. You's a bad man, Gemma. If you can act for 2 years and put up a front for more than 2 years, you just got us. You know what I'm saying? Because we gonna believe it. After 2 years, we gonna believe it. You know, but uh, but that's what it's gonna take to recover from the trauma. You know, we have opened up, we have been vulnerable with you, and then we're made to feel like, nah, you soft. Soft. Okay. Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. I'll be hard all the time. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, going back to my little guy who had the threesome thrown in his face. Keep on. Keep on testing this. Keep on testing this in ways that go against our DNA. Keep on. You know, like I said, monogamy is a choice. Being faithful is a choice. It is not just putting a person, male or female, in the wrong kind of situation. That's not what causes a person to cheat. It's putting a person or forcing a person in the wrong situation with the wrong mindset. Like, for any kind of chemical reaction to happen, there has to be different chemicals at place that don't agree with each other. Then you have a negative chemical reaction, but then you can have positive chemical reactions too, right? So don't put the wrong chemicals in our makeup and then send us out into the world. It is more of a possibility than not that there's going to be a negative chemical reaction than there is going to be a positive chemical reaction, especially if you're 23. If you're 23 with that kind of chemical reaction, see, if you in your 40s, you can deal with a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? It might not be much more, but you can be more patient, right? At 23, play with me if you want to. Test me if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, at 23, man, you can't test a young dude like that. He don't even know his archetype yet. But man, at 22, he don't know his archetype yet. He don't even know what kind of man he is. He don't know if he a lover, a hero, a warrior. He don't know what he is. You know what I'm saying? You ask a 23-year-old who he is, he don't know. He gonna tell you his nickname. He don't know if he's more prone to be a rebel or a father. He don't know. I think the only one that's liable to know at 23 what his archetype is the wise one, the sage. The sage might know. You know what I'm saying? And as smart and wise as I think I am, I know I wasn't no sage. Not by a long shot. I'm just intelligent. You know, I was nowhere near a sage, right? So I didn't really peep what my archetypes were until later. I didn't understand who I was until I was like 28 or earlier than that. It was late 20s. It was late 20s when I discovered it. You know, but I had been thinking about it since I was. I've been thinking about it since I was 20. No, I was 30. I was 30 when I figured it out. I've been thinking about it since I was 20, contemplating it like daily. Like, who the hell am I? That is one of the deepest questions you could ever ask any man or woman. Who are you? And then just send them on. But like, so these are some of the questions that you might want to ask. Like, again, we're talking about building the foundation of the relationship, right? Can I have an unfiltered, honest, open, vulnerable conversation with you? And it be real. Like, and you can't have repercussions. These conversations cannot come with repercussions, or else you'll never have them again. Well, why don't he talk to me? He probably tried to. He probably tried to be vulnerable with you. It got gunned down like the Red Baron, you dig? And now he don't want to talk no more because you blew it. You know what I'm saying? He'll talk to you in 2 years if he sees a change. He'll talk to you in about 2 years. You got to give him about 2 years of consistent, steady change. He needs to see that. If he doesn't see that, knowing that your ass can hide crazy, it is what it is, right? So that means that you got to do the work. Same thing with the fellas. You know what I'm saying? If the woman experiences a trauma, this is what we have to understand about women. The trauma that they experienced could have happened a decade ago, right? It could have happened a decade ago. If they hear about it today, oh, it just happened. It just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, it just happened. Like that just happened. You could have. Disclaimer: I do not condone putting your hands on women in absolutely no way, shape, form, or fashion. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my makeup. I do not agree with it. That is the quickest way for me to beat you up. That's just the quickest way. Like, don't just be that dude that want to just beat up girls because I think you a bitch. You don't want to fight dudes. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to fight dudes. You'll pull out a pistol on a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you'll do. You pull out a pistol on a dude, but you'll square up with some chick. You know, what up though? You already know it. What's up, my dude? You know, you'll square up with a chick, but you'll shoot a dude. Why you don't square up with the dude? Square up with the dude like you squared up with the chick. That's all I'm saying. So I don't condone that at all whatsoever. Period. Anybody that knows me knows that to be a truthful fact. But I got so hyped up on that part. I don't condone putting your hands on women. But I also, disclaimer, don't agree with women putting their hands on men. So let's do that one too. I don't agree with that. Keep your hands off of me. If you don't want to get punched back, quit trying to punch this dude, you know? But that's one of the quickest ways for me to snap. Just because you can't really do nothing with a dude, you want to put your hands on a girl, that's the quickest way for me to snap. Doing something to a kid. I lose my mind. And doing something to a senior. You know what I'm saying? So just you know. Anyway, talking about the foundation. Let me get back to that. Because I'll get off on a tangent, get to talk about something else, and it won't be what it is. All right. Healthy relationships have healthy foundations, right? I'm gonna do a part 2 of this. Because I got to get into love languages. You know what I'm saying? I got to get into love languages in regards to the building blocks of a good relationship. So I'm gonna get into love languages. Do you actually know what yours is? Do you know your partner's love language? That's critical. You know what I'm saying? It's critical for you to know yours. It's also critical for you to know your partner's love language. If you don't know your love language, figure it out. What do you like? Do you like touch? Do you like words, encouraging words, motivational words? Do you like, you know, like what is your love language? And then figure out what your partner's love language is. Like if they don't know, just you have to start paying attention to your partner. You gotta pay attention to your girl. Pay attention to the things that she likes because she might know. But if you always touching her and she always like that, then her love language might be touch. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't agree with uh them having, well, it says it's gift giving, not necessarily gift receiving. So yeah, so I agree. I don't think it's really a love language of gift receiving. One of the love languages is gift giving. You know, um, so I'm gonna get into love languages on a later date. It might be next week. But just talking more about the foundations of a healthy, keep that word in mind, the foundations of a healthy relationship. All right. Uh, so let me get to this grab bag. So the grab bag is basically 150 questions that on days that I have guests, I will ask them. On days that I don't have guests, I'm going to ask one of myself. And so today's grab bag question is, I'm trying to go all the way to the bottom. Today's question is, I know this is little, but I can read it. If you could get rid of one food forever, what would it be and why? Y'all about to be pissed at this answer. Ask you a question. All right, bet. Let me answer this when I ask you a question. My guy, Abe. So, all right. If I could get rid of one food forever, y'all about to be hot. It'll be pizza. Fuck pizza. Pizza, man. Especially the Pizza Hut pizza. Man, they be making that shit way too cheesy. You be in the bathroom for the next 45 minutes messing with Pizza Hut. Forget Pizza Hut. if I could do away with one food, it would be pizza. All right, let me ask my dude a question. All right. If you could be friends with any cartoon character, who would it be and why? Chinese food. Oh, time out. I'll take it back. Yeah. Chinese food. Man, I've been to the health department and they just they can't tell you specific Chinese restaurants that's nasty as hell, but they show you pictures. And I had a cool one that worked for the health department that kept it all the way a buck with me, and they was like, I'm like, all of them, just don't. For real. I'm like, she was like, just don't. None of them, just don't. You work for the health department, whole health inspector. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Man, I ain't ate Chinese food since. Forget that. You keep your rat fried rice. All right, but let me see. I'm gonna repeat the question. If you could be friends with any cartoon character, who would it be and why? I'm gonna give you a minute to answer that. But I need to put these back in there. All right. So we've been talking foundational healthy relationships, right? So I'm gonna pick up from there next week. Let me see. Am I missing anything? Did I miss anything? I did not. I covered everything I wanted to cover. If you would like to be a guest on Notoriously Opinionated, Unfiltered, hit me up. Right? Let me make sure I got my Elmo. That's what's up. You be with Elmo. That's what's up. If I had to pick one though, a cartoon character. I really wasn't thinking about answering it myself, but if I had to pick one cartoon character to be cool with, I don't know, man. What's my little guy on well, he's in a cartoon strip. That's what I'm talking about. Bugs was a trip. Bugs was a trip, right? Bugs was funny as hell though. Let me see. I don't know, man. Like I always go like superhero. I always go like hey man, they done tarnished my whole thing with Winnie the Pooh. Like they done made a horror flick out of Winnie the Pooh. Like they done turned Winnie into a killer. It's kind of messed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that because, like I said, I'm always thinking about like superheroes. I wouldn't want to be He-Man. I wouldn't want to be Lion-O or, you know what I'm saying? Like, who was cold that I just dug? Oh, I know who I would be. I know who I would be friends with because it was my guy. Animal. That wasn't a cartoon character. He was a Muppet. That don't count. Animal was a Muppet. He wasn't a cartoon character. It was a cartoon character. You know what? I've always had a connection, and again, it's superheroes, but I've always had a connection to these two dudes. Like I've always had a connection to the Hulk and Wolverine. Like Wolverine was short and will fight anybody. Oh, I take all that back. I don't know where my head was. The cartoon character that I would obviously be friends with is Scrappy-Doo. Duh. Scrappy-Doo. Final answer. Scrappy-Doo, man. That was my little dog. You know what I'm saying? Scrappy-Doo. You know, final answer. Now, Wolverine, yeah, Wolverine was short and he would fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? Hulk, like, prescription grade anger issues. Me when I was younger, right? But hands down, my final answer, Scrappy-Doo. That's my final answer. All right. We're gonna keep talking about these relationships, man. And again, I'm talking about the relationship that you have with yourself, the relationship you have with the creator, the relationship that you have with your family and friends, the relationship that you have with your significant other. That is what Unfiltered on Notoriously Opinionated is all about. That's what we're gonna be talking about. All right, so tune in next week. Until then, subscribe to Notoriously Opinionated. Peep the channel, build the subscriptions, man, and I'm gonna keep watching the show grow. I'm not going nowhere this time. I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna tough it out, right? Hit me up. Oh, that's what I was about to do. I was about to see if I had my email address on here and I do not. All right. So I'm gonna put my email in the I'm gonna put my email in the comments later on after the show concludes. And if you want to hit me up and you don't have my phone number, but everybody I see watching right now pretty much got my phone number. So if you ever want to be a guest on Notoriously Opinionated, come on. If you want to be a guest on Unfiltered, come on. If you and your significant other, your girl, your wife, if y'all want to come on, a girl you dating. If it's somebody that you dating and you want to bring her on Notoriously Opinionated, and you want to bring her on Unfiltered and get real when it comes to that relationship, that budding, blossoming relationship, bring it. I got you, right? But until then, I'm going to sign off. Like, share, and subscribe. It's been your man of many names and monikers. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, tapping in, keeping up with your guy. And until next weekend, I'm out. Peace.